Um, before we get into the actual event, I don't really like how my camera shoots footage on all my reviews are gonna be via video game audio and stuff. Um, so yeah, obviously with WWE related content, I will try to use the 2K series. Well, I will use the 2K series, but um, with other related content, I will switch it up a little bit and use other video games. So yeah, just 'cause again, don't like my camera the way it looks and yada yada yada. So, I'm just trying to set up the match here. But so yeah, SummerSlam, basically, I was just online a little bit, kind of collecting my thoughts, and I liked it a little bit better than most. Went back and forth on whether or not it was a good show or not, but yeah, I thought it was a good show. Um, you know, so yeah, let me get my notebook out and let's get this started. Now let's see the pre-show matches. I'm not gonna lie, guys, I kind of phased in and out when it came to pre-show matches. The first match was the Sami Zayn and Neville versus the Dudleys, and I got this one right. Sami and Neville won. Basic thoughts about the matches. Man, Bubba, I always forget how much Bubba Dudley trash talks until he gets in there, and he was chewing out Neville, especially all during the match, which I thought was kind of neat. Again, this was just a throwaway match. The only thing that I hope comes out of this match is that Sami Zayn and Neville form a tag team because, neither of them are doing anything right now. I think that'd be kind of cool. Insane Gravity, how's that for an idea? You can thank me later, WWE. Then we had Sheamus versus Cesaro in the most god-awful series, best of series that I can remember. Just 'cause it doesn't need to happen, Sheamus, for whatever reason, people think he's boring. He has a time and a place. And Cesaro's awesome, but this series kind of seems directionless. And going into the match, I thought that Sheamus should win because Cesaro's already beaten him twice. And turns out I was right. Really physical, brawling style, which both of them, they do really match up together. I'm hoping that this series surprises a lot of people and it turns into something good because they really match well together, and so yeah, hopefully they can put together 4 or 7 or however how long this series goes. Hopefully they can put together a series of matches that people like to see. Then we move to the actual first show, and oh no, the tag team match, the SmackDown tag team match was all the baby faces versus all the heels, and I got nothing to say. This was basically just a showcase for American Alpha. Didn't even need to be on the card. Basically, they were just killing time, I think. I have no idea why this event needed to be so long, but WWE thought it was. So, take it for what it was good, but it was basically just a showcase match for American Alpha. Going into the match, we started off hot with Enzo and Cass versus Jericho. And to start off, Enzo and Cass had a really good speech. Fired up the crowd. Got saying some Frank Sinatra, which I know I'm a big Frank Sinatra fan, so that wasn't lost on me. But here's what I don't get: they had Jericho win clean, which why do you always do this? I feel like Enzo and Cass are never gonna win a match in New York. And maybe that'll be a running gag. They just never win a match in New York. Pros, it prolonged the series. Cons, it was a hometown. That crowd would have flipped their top if Enzo and Cass would have won. But it is what it is. It was a good match. Moving on to the women's championship match. Oh, this one was tricky because the finish saw Charlotte reverse bank statement into a pin to get the 1-2-3. So Charlotte's the new champion, which I thought Sasha Banks was gonna come away with it, but Sasha looked hurt. Either she's an awesome seller or she's a legitimate hurt. Her back looked messed up. There were referees storming the ring to check on her after the match, so I'll admit it. Maybe I'm worked, maybe I'm not. Who knows? But yeah, good match. I wouldn't expect anything less from these two. I don't think it was as good as the match that they had on Raw, but that may just be the outcome talking here. And that Sasha Banks win made it feel much more special. Third match was John Cena versus AJ Styles. Holy shit. Some spots I've written down that I really liked is the suplex. AJ Styles hit a suplex on John Cena on the ring apron. We've seen power bombs and backdrops, but we've never seen a full-on suplex, and wow, that looked hurt. Looked like it hurt. And then the AJ looked pissed off. I don't know if his facials were on that point, but he just looked frustrated the whole match. Man, the more I think about it, the more I think, yeah, it was just a work. And AJ Styles was just selling how frustrated he was at John Cena throughout the match. And John Cena hit a Canadian destroyer. I'll say that again. John Cena hit a Canadian destroyer. I'm gonna dub it Destination Destroyer. You're welcome. And yeah, I was like most people, I was surprised on the way it ended. AJ Styles beat John Cena clean, and I was even more surprised in the aftermath. Is John Cena, at one point he just took out the armband and left him in the ring. So call it passing of the torch. Call it John Cena going part time. I don't know, I guess we'll have to wait till Tuesday to see what happens. And then was... what match was next? I think the match was Dean Ambrose versus Dolph Ziggler for the WWE Championship. Dolph Ziggler's tights were cool. I like the silver a lot more than I like the black. So that works. Worked for me. Dean Ambrose did go in the match, and I think the crowd was just dead for this match, and I blame it on John Cena versus the John Cena match from earlier. But yeah, solid match versus these two, and I would not be opposed to a return match in Backlash. Whether that's gonna happen, I think honestly we're gonna see Bray Wyatt challenge for the championship, and I said before that Dolph Ziggler has a 0% chance of winning, and yeah, like most people, and it turns out most of us were right, because he did not win this match. The title matches was the uh six woman, sorry, tag between Carmella, Becky Lynch, and Naomi versus Alexa Bliss, Natalia, and a suspended Eva Marie. Now, the best part of the entrances were Naomi's entrance is just awesome. Every time I see it, it impresses me, and it's just fun. She can make a shit ton of merch from all the glow in the dark stuff, and it's just a fun gimmick, and I hope she does well with it. But so the faces enter them in no problem. The heels go in there, and even Marie's shtick hits. You know, yada yada yada. The whole voiceover guy talking. But then there's the voiceover guy says that Eva Marie is exhausted from all of her fans, and she's on vacation. So to take her spot was Nikki Bella. I'm surprised she even came back. You know, when she kept talking about coming back, I always thought it was pie in the sky. And welcome back, Nikki. I know you get a lot of hate from people, but you know, there's a spot for her. If you ask me, her and her sisters was keeping that show on E. So, and that's opening a lot of eyes to wrestling. So, welcome back, Nikki. To finish the match, Nikki debuted her new finisher, which was a TKO onto Carmella. Yeah, Carmella. Which I'm always a fan when Becky Lynch doesn't eat the pin. So, yeah, the heels won. I predicted that the faces were gonna win because I thought it was gonna turn into a handicap match. But with Nikki Bella returning, they want to put it over right away, so it's understandable. It wouldn't make very much sense to have her lose right away. So, oh, I missed one. Miz versus Apollo. It was a good match. Miz won. I guess that's why I forgot it, because nothing really stuck out. I mean, it wasn't a bad match. It was short and sweet. Miz got over using questionable tactics, which, you know, if he's gonna keep on winning, I'd like to see him use questionable tactics to really put over how slimy him and Marisa are. So that was good. Next up was the New Day and the Club. Oh god, match was a mess. I did not like. I mean, I understood why they did what they did, but I don't like it. So since Biggie was injured, Jon Stewart, the used to host a show on Comedy Central, you know, he came in, said, "Hey, I'm gonna manage you guys." New Day was like, "Oh, okay, that sounds fun." And then Jon Stewart tried to get involved. Schmaze, no DQ yet. And then a returning Big E comes in. Ref calls for the bell. New Day wins off a disqualification. The less said about this, the better. I understand you want to keep the belts on New Day to try to hit that year mark, or maybe they already have. I'm not sure. And this extended the feud. But I didn't like the Jon Stewart involvement. The Big E coming in for the save didn't make very much sense. Hopefully they have a better outing at Clash of the Champions, which is Raw's next pay-per-view. So, the next match was Seth Rollins versus Finn Balor. I just realized I got the match listing on, which I'm gonna take better notes next time, but I apologize. But anyway, Seth Rollins versus Finn Balor, the Demon Finn Balor, for the Universal Championship. I don't like the design of the new belt. I mean, red leather. It looks a little hacky to me. I don't like how similar it looks to the. I understand you want to keep all the belts looking similar, but it just looked like the WWE Championship with a different color strap and a different title plate, which I don't like at all. But the match was good. The match was really good. Finn, to his credit, fought differently as the Demon than he fought without the face paint, which, no complaints here. I always said he should. Um, and he ended up going over. Seth Rollins did have a new tight jersey, it was black and green. I don't know, Tron looking tights. It was cool. It was cool. Um, so again, Finn Balor won. Which I thought he would, because you don't want to beat the Demon. Keep the Demon undefeated. You can do whatever, well, not whatever you want, but normal Finn could lose. Demon Finn win. That's whenever he's in the ring. Next match I'm gonna be talking about is Rusev versus Reigns. It was a non-start. I thought it was gonna be a fuck finish. I was right. Reigns showed some aggression. Once the match got thrown out, I liked the post-match beat or the beat down. Reigns showed a lot of aggression, which I didn't think he had it in him. And I like this Reigns. I really like this Reigns. As long as you keep him angry, short-tempered, just beating the crap of everyone, you could realistically build him up again to look like a credible threat to Brock Lesnar, I think. Next match I'm going to be talking about is the main event was Brock Lesnar versus Randy Orton. Brock Lesnar, those damn German suplexes. Start off the match, he hit like almost 7 of them, and then they went to the outside of the ring, a couple cool spots. Brock Lesnar they were out in the crowd. Brock Lesnar threw Randy Orton over the guardrail onto a table, and the table broke. So that was cool. But what was really cool is Brock Lesnar just kept beating Randy Orton down, broke him open. There's this huge pile of blood. Match got thrown out. Brock Lesnar just kept beating on him and beating on him and beating on him. Then since Randy Orton's on SmackDown, Shane McMahon came down, tried to stop him, and then Brock Lesnar F5'd Shane McMahon. I don't really know if that's gonna go anywhere. Brock Lesnar versus Shane McMahon? I hope not. Because I don't want to see Shane McMahon wrestle again. I don't need that in my life. And then the show ended with Brock Lesnar just surveying the destruction that that was laid waste. Kind of a weird ending. I kept waiting for Goldberg to come out, but no Goldberg, so I guess the rumors were false. My thoughts on the overall pay-per-view was, before I give my final thoughts, the KFC commercial. I know cross-branding is the hip thing to do now, but good lord, I couldn't decide if it was awful or good the whole time it was airing. So, it was wacky, it was zany. It was what it was. My overall thoughts on the pay-per-view though was I thought it was good. Not the best pay-per-view I've ever seen. Money in the Bank still blows my mind. Just the twists and the turns and the overarching story. So if I had to rate this pay-per-view in my book, it's a 7 out of 10. Again, match of the night for me was that Brock Lesnar match. It was physical. Both of them looked strong, which is what I thought would need to happen because Brock Lesnar's Brock Lesnar and Randy Orton's, one of the top guys on SmackDown. So you had to keep both of them looking like a beast, and I thought they did a good job of it. The DQ, or not the DQ, but the match stoppage is a good way to prolong this feud. I don't know if it's gonna wrap up at Backlash since it is a SmackDown exclusive. Might have to wait till Survivor Series, but we'll see what happens. So yeah, 7 out of 10. You know, wasn't bad. No complaints here. So yeah. Until next time, guys. Take care.